Welcome to the next episode of the Dark Web Deacon. Before we begin, be sure to smash that subscribe button, click the bell to turn on notifications, and check out the latest items in the Dark Web Deacon merch store. There is a link in the video description below, and become a true Dark Web enthusiast. New videos are published every Monday and Thursday. With the unofficial mandate of requiring proof of vaccination in order to return back to work or school in person or participate in social events such as going to baseball games or Disneyland, along with the current growing conversation about requiring proof of vaccination to even travel abroad, the birth of fraudulent coronavirus vaccination cards is upon us. Security researchers have seen a spike in listings on the Surface and the Dark Web marketplaces in recent weeks. The sites are advertising everything from vaccination doses to falsified vaccination certificates, even negative test results. Checkpoint cybersecurity firm estimated that about 1,200 listings are offering a variety of vaccinations, including Pfizer, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and others. One account on eBay with user ID Asian Jackson sold more than 100 blank vaccination cards in the past 2 weeks, according to the Washington Post. Other such listings claim to have, quote, authentic CDC vaccination record cards for $10.99. Another post had the same for about $9.49. A third posting was a little more indirect, offering clear pouch for CDC vaccination record cards for about $8.99. But customers, instead of receiving the pouch, received a blank vaccination card. Not to be outdone by other cybersecurity experts, the Dark Web Deacon did a little research himself. And so I can confirm that these stories are legit. This is happening both on the Surface and the Dark Web. But it's not at the epidemic level that I've read in a few articles. There are vendors out there doing this, but it's fairly sparse. I did find a Chinese site in the Dark Web which has vaccination cards that are stamped for around $150, supposedly. Also, an Etsy vendor where you input parameters from your paper card in order to generate a new laminated card. So it would be easy to search for someone else's vaccination card selfie on social media, pull off that information, and then duplicate a true card for yourself based on that. So I don't think this vendor is necessarily trying to abet fraud, but because of their mechanisms around where anyone basically just can input whatever they want in order to generate a laminated card, I think it's open to it. Critics of these fake vax cards claim that individuals could use them to misrepresent their vaccination status at school, work, and in various living and travel situations, potentially exposing others to risk. And the FBI is on record saying that anyone who makes or buys fake vaccination cards is breaking the law and could be at risk of prosecution. They're also asking people to stop posting vax card selfies since scammers can exploit these selfies. Some Americans put pictures of their vaccination cards online, sharing information such as the day they got the shot, their birthdays, and other identifying information. Quote, posting your vaccination card online opens you up to another type of plague, scammers who would use that document to steal your identity, said Ashley Moody, Florida's Attorney General, back in February on Twitter. These pictures can help scammers get details right, including vaccination manufacturer and lot number information that are on these cards. However, the incentive for people to consider purchasing or making their own cards, I believe, will continue to rise. The battle has escalated as businesses and universities say they'll require proof of vaccination before allowing Americans to board cruises, enter some stores, or even return to college classes, while still often requiring fully vaccinated people to wear a mask and socially distance, which does seem to be a little bit counterintuitive and is not currently based on any hard science of why you would still need to do all that once you're fully vaccinated. This confrontation is unfolding amid a bitter national debate about whether Americans should have a digital vaccine passport instead of paper cards, and whether the government or big tech should be involved in credentialing such efforts. While state and local immunization registries do store individual coronavirus vaccination data, Federal officials said there's no current system that would allow businesses, schools, and other organizations to easily check that database to see if a visitor was presenting a falsified paper card or what is the extent that they've been vaccinated at all. The big question, I think this is the only question that matters, is why do we need such a database to track every American, and will it ever go away or just grow in functionality and reach? For one, a virus with a 98% survival rate. Two, a virus that overwhelmingly targets certain groups of people based on age and comorbidity status. Three, when we find ourselves in a situation in the US specifically in which we should be at herd immunity in the next few months, which conservatively is about 70% of the population needs to be immunized in order to hit herd immunity. Some other experts have it around 50 or 60%, depending on who you speak with. And number four, we know from the past, like the US Patriot Act after 9/11, that once you allow government tracking and surveillance for any issue, the depth and breadth of that power never recedes, but only grows. So, shouldn't all four of these factors make the need for such a database moot? I would love to know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, please like, subscribe, and provide comments, and turn on notifications by clicking the bell in order to check out future videos published twice a week.